Hello and welcome back to HD Racing. Since I normally show you mostly spec series races of the featured multiplayer of Forza Motorsport, I decided I should really give the open series a try as well, and that was actually quite fun, I have to say. I decided to hop into a C-Class race of the open series in this little Mini Cooper that I just built up in the Builders Cup in the single player. And yeah, there's nothing special going on. I don't even have the top PI index. I only built it up to 499 instead of 500, which isn't a big deal, but anyway, I didn't build this up specifically for multiplayer. I just took it as it was from the Builders Cup as I had it. And yeah, qualified here at Kyalami in P3. And actually there is a lot of different choices of tires. I'm gonna talk about that later a little bit more, as I pull ahead here and really managed to get a very good start in this front wheel drive car. And yeah, pull ahead of the two guys in P1 and P2 and actually get the inside for turn 1 and manage to make it stick. So it's probably because I've put a lot of power in the car. I also tried to get rid of the understeer that is very natural to this front wheel drive as well. But yeah, was actually working kind of well. You can see here the Honda Civic pulling alongside me from the exit of that last turn. And yeah, for this next turn is where it gets hairy. As you can see, the guy in front really has better grip and can take this corner way faster. And I tried to go as fast as him, but I forgot about the slippery curbs on Kyalami, and yeah, just get one or two wheels on them and you can see almost spin out. I was very lucky that the guys behind me basically pushed me in the right direction again, so I didn't hit a wall or anything, and I was able to still go here and still compete. Dropped a couple of places, but I mean that's still the best that can happen if you basically have a complete spin almost. So yeah, wasn't too worried about this. Also the penalty, I mean, I couldn't really do much, but it still was kind of my fault, even though I feel like the curbs here at Kyalami are brutal. I don't know what's going on. There's some sand on them, but they feel like that's ice or at least water or something. It's crazy, and you need to be really careful, as I again go a little bit wide here. At least managing to keep it together this time. But yeah, as I said before, there's a lot of different tire choices in this. There were people like me who are on stock tires, then people on street, sport, all the way to actual race tires. And specifically people were using softs for this race because it's very short. It's only 4 laps here at Kyalami. And I think the guys in P1 and P2 are actually on the race tires. And P1 is pulling ahead quite a lot now because he isn't getting pressured anymore from anyone behind. As I have this fight with this, I think it's an old Volvo beside me here, who is also trying to get closer to this Subaru. And yeah, I'll just let him through here because I saw he was braking kind of late. And yeah, I just decided to stay behind these two guys as they are side by side. And as you'll be able to see, that was a wise decision, as they, well, collide with each other, as the Volvo definitely goes too fast into that corner. And yeah, I'm the benefactor of that exchange, so I managed to get through, and now it's up to me to try to get close to the guy in P1 again. But as I said, he is on race tires, and it seemed like that was a pretty good choice here. I'm definitely pulling ahead on the straights. Like I think I'm definitely faster there. But in the corners, especially the fast ones, the guys on race tires were definitely doing better. And it's something I'm gonna try more. I'm not sure if there is a definitive answer, a definitive choice for this C-Class. Maybe it's just better to go with race tires, but I think it also depends on the race length. As I said before, they were using softs, and well, we'll see if they actually last to the end. So yeah, as we're going down the hill here, you can see I'm 5.5 seconds away from the guy in P1, and yeah, I was just trying to catch up, all the while trying to stay off the curbs, as I again run a little wide here. It's really sketchy on this track at Kyalami. I really hope these curbs will get patched somehow. As you can see, running over that curb a little bit, and the car still, yeah, really unsettles itself. And also here you need to be really careful. But yeah, I'm just trying my best and catching up a little bit on the guy in P1. But in this like lower PI class race, like it is in general, I think with lower class cars, it is all about conserving the most speed that you can. So you have to really get your momentum throughout the turn, so you actually can keep a lot of speed to be able to keep that momentum going. As these lower powered cars don't have the acceleration to just catch back up if someone ahead just has a better turn. So it's all about just getting really good exits out of corners. As I again run a little wide on that curb, it's, as I said, always so sketchy, and it feels like, especially if you don't have race tires, or as I am here on stock tires, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but it's definitely really sketchy. And in this corner where I did spin in turn 1, I'm now really careful to try not to go too wide. But you need to try to maximize the track space, as I said, because you need to conserve your momentum to go around the track as fast as possible. And so far in this lap, I'm not doing all too well. I'm losing out to the guy in front right now. He's now 6 seconds away. At least I'm pulling away from the guys behind, so that was good. And one guy behind, the guy that started in P2, was also on race tires, but it seemed like something happened there. He is not behind anymore, so at least not in P3 or P4. So yeah, not quite sure what happened there, didn't really see in the race, and sadly replays are still bugged, which is a shame, I have to say. I would have really liked to be able to take a look at the race again afterwards to see what happened, but yeah, at the moment, as it stands, replays are still broken. If you even can save them, you mostly can watch them, so that's a little bit of a shame. I hope that will get fixed kind of soon. But yeah, still kind of losing out to the guy in front, but as I said, he is on soft tires, so maybe they will have degraded at this point and I will be able to catch up again. But as I said, very short race, only 4 laps, so we don't have much time here. And I was not really feeling confident. I mean, you can still see the guy in front. He is not out of sight, but he is definitely far ahead, and with just 1 lap to go, it's gonna be really hard to catch that up. But I just tried to go as fast as possible, also to stay in front of the guys behind me, but they were definitely also falling behind me as well. So it was kind of that battle with myself here to go as quickly as possible, but also not make any mistakes and spin out, because I really wanted to keep this P2 at least, all the while still trying to catch up to P1. And I managed to do so far, at least a little bit. We are now 6 seconds away. So I've gotten a little bit closer again, and gap to the guys behind has increased. So I'm not doing all too badly here. But I have to say the different choices of at least tire compounds, and again also with just upgrading and tuning, is something that I will have to experiment with more. As it's definitely a big part of these open class races. I mean, you can bring any car you want, but it needs to be tuned and upgraded to a specific way, I think. And I feel like there is probably a best choice, at least for a certain race length. But as I said, not quite sure what that is yet. You can see I am definitely catching up to the guy in front now, and I feel like that was because he was on soft tires and his tires were degraded at this point, and getting closer and closer, and like only 4.5 seconds away now. And yeah, I feel like if I had 1 more lap to go, then I probably would have been able to catch up to him completely, and then maybe even have a battle for the lead. As you can see, the gap is coming down even more as we head towards the finish line, but it's not gonna be enough, at least in this race. It was just a little bit too short to be able to make anything happen here, and with the incident in the first lap, I was not able to just keep the guy in P1 on his toes by being on his back and just pressuring him. So it is what it is. I managed to at least not do anything else stupid like I do a lot of the times, I have to say. And yeah, just finished out the race in P2. But as I said, it's actually quite fun to do these open races. I think at least in the lower classes. I'm not quite sure if I would like it as much in like S class and R class and above. I don't know if I'm the kind of guy who just is good enough at upgrading and tuning to really have fun there. But I think in these lower classes, that's actually kind of interesting, and there are different choices. And yeah, I will continue to experiment, and if I manage to find something out, I will let you know. And if you have some ideas, or if you've tried that out and kind of have an idea of what is best, or at least what is good in these kind of classes, like what tires to take, do you take race suspension, do you just upgrade power, like what do you do here? If you have any ideas, just let me know in the comments below and let us all know so we can learn from that. But yeah, for this race, that's it. Definitely gonna show you some other races in the future as well of these open classes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so. I would really appreciate that, and it will help the channel grow a lot. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I've been HD Racing. See you next time.